Hey girl, hey, what's up? It's your girl Grace, and you're watching Finally 50. This is where I document my journey of turning 50 this year and trying to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be and invite y'all to come on the journey with me. Welcome. So, I want to talk about this whole issue of being lonely, being 50 and lonely, especially because I realize that when men tell us that we're just going to grow old and be single and lonely and just be an old cat lady, that's just a projection, right? It's literally just a projection because men tend to have worse outcomes than women in terms of sadness, loneliness, aging poorly, unaliving themselves, having miserable, sad lives alone. It was all a projection, y'all. This whole time that men have been telling us if we don't get married, we're never going to be happy and we're just going to grow old with our cats. And it's like, wait, most of us, including me, would rather be alone in a house with our kids, grandkids, cats, and our books. Like, what will I ever do? I'll just be alone with my kids and my cats and my books. That's not a punishment. The punishment is having to grow old with a partner that we don't like at all, or worse, who's mean or abusive to us, or even worse than that, that we're parenting as if we haven't already spent the majority of our adult life parenting. So, yeah, I remember when I was younger as a Gen Xer, most of us here are Gen Xers. Remember when that was like a fear? Like, oh my God, if I don't get married, if I don't find someone, then I'll grow old and I'll be lonely. And now it's like women are waking up to the fact that that's not true. We're going to grow old and be happy and be celebrating that that we don't have to share a home with someone we don't want to because now we got choices. But I did want to talk about this whole idea of loneliness because it comes up for me only at really key times. It's usually Thanksgiving and Christmas for some reason. That whole 8 week section of like once the Thanksgiving season starts all the way till Christmas and right up after is the one time where I feel what I could describe as a feeling of loneliness. But it's not loneliness for a man. It's not when I've been single. It very rarely at this point is about, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend, fiance, or husband. I actually can't even remember the last time it was that for me. The loneliness is usually about family and community. Honest to goodness, for me, it's like, oh, I wish I had more family that I was around. And my story is that I was never very close to my mom's side, and I'm not in touch with any of my siblings on that side because of some drama that I'm not going to get into. And I didn't know my dad's side at all and didn't really grow up with my dad's side. And then my dad went to prison when I was younger. He was in prison for a long time. By the time he got out, everybody was grown up, had their own lives, wasn't nobody thinking about me. And I just really have never been connected to my dad's side. Now I'm not connected to my mom's side. Both my mom and dad are dead. And then I've been married twice. I was in a first marriage for almost 15 years. He had a very small family, and I'm still friendly with his mom, and his dad is gone, but I'm not really connected or intertwined with my first husband's family in any way. And needless to say, we don't spend holidays together, although we do share two boys. And then my second marriage, I am connected to his sister and his stepmom and his brothers, and our daughter that we share has cousins that she sees and things like that. So there is some connection, but like I'm still his ex-wife, so I'm really not super connected to that family. And for those of you who are divorced, you know how when you get divorced, you're not connected to the communities that you were connected to when you were in those marriages. People win houses and they win money, and people win communities too. And in my first marriage, when that marriage split up, my ex won those communities. And actually, it's for the best because I think I wanted space for them anyway from them. But in my second marriage, it was when he was just so super abusive and we were very isolated. We didn't really have community. And I've been working to rebuild my community. But even as I've done that and been so intentional, it's really hard to rebuild community at this age. I don't know if y'all feel that. Like everybody has their own very ingrained things that they do for Thanksgiving and Christmas, especially, like I said. And it's hard to get in where you fit in. That's when I get lonely. Again, it's for community and it's really fleeting. Now, I will say on those days, the actual day of Thanksgiving and the actual December 25th, it can really hit me hard, especially just not having my mom. I think that's normal for most people, though. I don't know if that's about me, entering into my big 50s. I think that's just we all love our mama, and I definitely miss mine. So, those days aside, I'm still enjoying being super single, like I said, rosterless and really not making a goal of a relationship right now. If someone wonderful comes along, yeah, I'm gonna be with somebody wonderful. But right now I'm not looking. That makes sense. I'm open to all of what the universe has for me, but I'm not looking. And like I said, I have three kids. Two are at home, one's in fourth grade, one's in 10th grade, and I have one who's a sophomore in college, and that college is 5 minutes away. He lives on campus, but it's literally a 45-minute walk to get to his dorm room. So my house is not silent by any stretch. Anyway, I just wanted to address the whole idea, this whole lie that women, we're supposed to be afraid of living alone and becoming lonely. Like it's really the worst thing that can happen to us, and it's really not. It's really so freeing. Yeah, because loneliness for me was very prevalent when I was married to my second husband, who was super narcissistically and verbally abusive. It's not whether or not somebody's in your house. It's not whether or not you're making food for someone or preparing food for someone, you know? I think loneliness for me, like I said, was when I was married and I didn't feel connected to anyone. Yet there's someone sitting in the room with me. I didn't feel seen, yet somebody's looking at me. I didn't feel safe, even though I should have been protected by that person. So, yeah, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've ever been in a relationship or a marriage with someone and you felt alone, when that's the last thing you should have been feeling. So, let me just encourage you, for those of us, if you've already done the whole partner thing, you've already done the long term commitment, the long term marriage, and you just feel done, girl, be done and be okay. We've done the compromising, we've done the whole explaining ourselves, we've done all of the emotional labor, and now we're just realizing, and I'm realizing it's such a beautiful thing that I'm not afraid of being alone. I'm more afraid of being unsupported and drained by a man. I'm more afraid of losing myself again, of letting myself go to that extent because I was in so much pain from how I was being treated. So, yeah, nobody ever asked me. I mean, I hope not, nobody ever asked you this either. I think people think it sometimes like,
I wonder if she's ever just gonna settle down or
I wonder if she's lonely.
I feel like it'll be weird, but I would just, if somebody did have the nerve to say that to me, I'd be like, lonely compared to what? Compared to what? Compared to when I was walking on eggshells with my last husband or even my last boyfriend. So anyways, I wrap this up. I just want to encourage you because this is what I'm leaning into, is that community is really super important, and that is one way to kind of stave off the loneliness when you do feel it. And me and my best friends, I have three best girlfriends and I talk to them almost every single day. I make sure that those relationships are very heavily invested in so that I always have someone I can call, text, laugh with, cry with, rage to, share with, give to, be given of, be given to, etc. And I have also really, really, really figured out how to have fun by myself and really enjoy time by myself and make it productive and fun and relaxing, and make sure I'm doing things that are very life giving for me. Like, I love taking baths. I love reading. I love going on long walks. I love meditating. Like, those are all things I love doing by myself. I don't even want nobody else to do it with me. I also really like shopping by myself too. I know a lot of women like going shopping with other women. I'm like, nope, I don't want your opinion. I want to be there all by myself. So here's to us at 50, single women. Well, maybe not all y'all are single, but for those of us who are, either way, I guess, it's to building a life that we don't feel like we need to escape from, or that we don't feel like we have to add someone into romantically, or move someone in order to be happy. Because this isn't loneliness. I'm living, I'm loving, I'm creating, I'm mothering, I'm resting. And I just feel like I'm really happy right now. Like, I just feel very at peace. And I love it for me. Because if you knew me, you'd know how much I've been through. It's been so painful for so many years. So to be in this place now is such a tremendous gift. So anyway, all right, let's get too long. If you like this conversation and you want more honest conversations about turning 50 and life after 50, hit subscribe and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.